Here I have a parcel from Amazon, and I believe it contains a torch, one of these bright LED ones. Looks quite likely, doesn't it? Just open the box. Allegedly, this one requires 3 AAA batteries. So let's have a look at it and see. It says zoom in, zoom out, and it says dimmer on it. I'm not quite sure why it says dimmer, but still. And it zooms in and out by moving the LED up and down the body of the torch, which is a fairly normal way for that to happen. And in here we have the battery carrier for the AAA batteries. I'm going to try a little experiment. I've had one of these torches before that had one of these AAA battery cradles in it, and I found it worked with an 18650 battery. Well, it was designed to work with an 18650 battery as well. This one appears to do exactly the same thing, although it's not advertised as such. Let's try it with the intended array of batteries. When you use one of these in one of these torches, this is a bit loose. I've got 3 torches like this which can use either one of these or one of these. One of them came with a little plastic tube which you put this battery in to stop it from rattling about. The other 2 you just have to take your chances. So here we are, there's 3 of these batteries. They contain much the same power as one of those Lion batteries, and much the same number of hours, of course, as one of those Lion batteries, and 3 in series is the same as one of those big Lion batteries. These particular ones are what? Yeah, 1100 milliamp hour. So there we go. So it's got a dim mode as well. So it's flashing, off, full power, off, dim, off. Yeah, so it's got 3 different light level modes, and it's got the zoom as well. It's got a nice little clip here, so you can clip it onto something, your pocket or something, so it doesn't fall out. And there's this little rubber thing here. In the absence of any guidance, I'm not quite sure what that's supposed to do for you. It would appear that it sits there as well as it does anywhere. All in all, a pretty good torch really. We'll have to play around with it when it's dark. So here is the Hiwill torch again, and one of the things you can do with these torches is you can pop them on one of any number of different designs of handlebar mount for your bicycle. This particular one's based on elastic bands. It's a very positive fit, but it's a bit tricky to do up, and I was using this on my bicycle last night, and in a minute you'll see some video of it taken from the bicycle handlebar. These are brilliant for use as torch headlights, and of course if you are unfortunate enough to have to do a repair or look for something you've dropped or anything, you can just pop the torch off the holder, or pop the holder off the handlebar, whichever's easier, and use the torch as a normal torch. In the unboxing video I showed you that you can use one of these batteries in the torch, but that it rattles around a bit, and I mentioned that one of my torches came with a piece of tube. Well, I've discovered that the 3/4 inch or 22mm copper plumbing tube is just about the right size to do the same job. So if you wanted to use the 18650 type battery in one of these torches when you were riding on a bicycle where you're going to have a bit of vibration, then using one of those tubes will mean that the battery will stay in place and work perfectly. Whereas if you don't have one of those tubes in, the battery will rattle about a bit and might lose contact. So that's a useful tip to know. You just need to cut yourself a piece of pipe that's just a tiny bit shorter than the battery, and it's a perfect adapter to enable you to use that kind of battery in this torch and have it fit a little bit more snugly. So here is one of the acid tests. In this case I'm using the torch on the handlebar of my bicycle, and I'm just riding along the lane behind my daughter's house, and here we are. I've just stopped for a minute to play around with the functions. That's dim, that's flashing, and then off, and then back onto bright. You can do that by just gently pressing the button. You don't have to turn it all the way off. And now we're going to tighten down the focus, and that actually made a very, very good, well imaged picture of the LED, but the camera can't quite pick it up because of the light level at night. And here we are. This is on a well lit road, and you can see how bright that light is, and you can see why I've got it pointing well down, so I'm not going to dazzle anyone coming the other way. And here we are, just coming up the hill, and I think that will do.